down for demo today is this really killer 1971 4-bolt Fender Stratocaster guitar. This is a special guitar because it's kind of like the end of an era for the Stratocaster. In 71, 72 or so, Fender began transitioning to what we call the 3-bolt neck. And so instead of the 4-bolt neck plate, it had just one here and one in the middle and kind of a rounded triangular shape. Also had a couple other changes, a bullet truss rod adjuster up here, and then also a way you could adjust the pitch of the neck. Anyway, in theory, not terrible ideas, but not so good in execution, and especially in the late 70s, the Stratocaster was a shell of its former self. So this is kind of the last of the golden age Strats. This is a really cool one. It's obviously been played, and for good reason. It's a great guitar, but still has a vibrant red to the finish, which is nice because a lot of times these fade out. It's finished in a very thin layer of poly, so we're beyond nitro now, but it hasn't been like super gooped on like it will later, and that's why you can kind of see here how it wore through. If it was super thick, it wouldn't do that. So yeah, it's just barely over 300,000 on the serial number. Still got a lot of classic Strat appointments, including the classic bridge with the Fender patent pending saddles. That switches, of course, to the other style later, and the machine style with the numbers on the back. This one's been refretted. When I got this guitar, the frets were worn down to nothing. I mean, I don't think I'd ever seen a guitar worn down that far, which is quite incredible given how obviously it got played a lot, but cosmetically, especially on the neck, is still in great shape. So yeah, the electronics, pickups and all that's all original, all in touch. You got photos of that everywhere. Also comes with the bridge cover, and we got the original case over there. Now, some other details on this guitar. You probably wouldn't be able to tell this just by looking at it. But there was some work done on the neck during the refret. Again, the frets were worn down, and after the refret, the neck angle was just kind of dead on straight, and we want to give it a little bit of relief. So normally what we do is we just put in a heat press, and that kind of loosens up the glue just a hair and allows the neck to come back to proper relief. That sounds like a major thing. It's really not. It's pretty common with refrets, just because when these frets get put in there, what it does is the fret actually pushes on the rosewood, and that naturally causes it to push back. So anyway, it's a standard kind of thing. Well, the neck got left just a little too long in the heat press, and it damaged these perloid dot inlays, and the heat also caused the truss rod to unhook. The truss rod did not break. It hooks on to something up here on top. So in order to repair that, what we did is we transplanted some original perloid dots from another guitar. It was a Mustang from like 70, and there you can see it was really well done. I mean, you would not be able to tell, and you would not know that these were not the original dots. So that was simple enough. But then to rehook the truss rod, we had to take off that first layer of rosewood. There you can kind of see a little evidence of it having been done. Off that, and just it pops right off. You can get it right off. It was underneath the nut, underneath the fret. You don't see anything on top. He rehooked the truss rod, worked exactly as it should. Neck now has the right relief. Everything looks good on it. All been done. So I wish that hadn't happened, but it did. And we got it all back up to snuff. And now it's a great guitar again. Look, stuff happens, right? We'd love it if, especially when we come into the world, that our bodies would stay exactly how they are with no problems. But sometimes we need a little surgery to make ourselves work right. So it's a 4-bolt, end of the era, classic Stratocaster. I think it sounds great. I'm demoing it through a 57 reissue deluxe tweed amp. I think it sounds awesome. These pickups from this era, the Hendrix era as we call it, they're a little brighter, snappier, really great. So yeah, it's a 1971 Fender Stratocaster, an original sunburst finish. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the video. Helps me get my stuff out to more people. Also, if you buy this direct from me, because I do sell on eBay, on Reverb, my own website. I have my own Instagram page. You look up Reverend Guitar Man, you'll find it. You'll find my contact info below. If you buy it from me directly, I don't have to charge you sales tax at the checkout. You may be responsible for use tax or whatever laws there are in your state for that stuff, but that's on you. I don't have to charge you sales tax at checkout if you're outside of Washington State. Thanks for checking out the video, and contact me if you have any further questions. Have a great day.